Everyone thought Cloud was bad. Yeah.
And Spargo had to remind everybody, put respect back on that name real quick. Well, Jahzz0 out here constantly trying to make people put respect on his name. Again, he's, recent, if I remember correctly, he had that recent campaign of that Summit trip too.
Yep.
And was able to go out there, get a lot of practice in. The most important thing, when you're at Summit, if you're not grinding the entire time with all the best players there, you are actively throwing. And they did not throw. They made sure they got those games in. They've been performing well. And it's only going to continue, but that's still Anathema in the way. I think he's just playing phenomenal right now.
All right, man. So, yeah, I think
we're interesting button check, by the way.
I think I'm sure we're getting a button check right here, so. All right.
You have been extending that last stock for a very long time. Please go off. Thank you very much. So we got another game to play. This is, I believe, to go against MVD, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I should probably let me keep that up so by the time we get to the end of this, we can let you know what the top 8 bracket looking like.
Also, that's back-to-back 3-0s at that, too. After everything before this point was pretty intense, we're starting to see a little bit of like a matchup shift with people. Everybody, I think they're running into those walls, and I'm curious if Jahzz0 will run into a similar fashion, because the 2 rushdown characters so far are quote-unquote rushdown, if you will, with Joker, because he can kind of play back, and he can mix it up. They both got 3-0'd by the more passive character.
Okay.
So if that trend continues, that means Anathema could potentially walk away with that here, too, against Jahzz0.
All right, man. So Jahzz0, again, I think one of the things I'm actually sometimes worried about when I watch Jahzz0 play, though, is sometimes he doesn't switch it up fast enough. Mm-hmm. He's a very defensive player. He calls himself, he says, I'm Mr. Parry. That's what he says. Sometimes people figure that out, and then he stays in that lane. And I was like, bro, sometimes you got to hold forward. Yep. Every now and then, you might have to swap it up and hold a little forward. So hopefully that's something that he's been catching on to. When I do see him lose, it's usually off of that. People will figure out that he wants to parry. I'm not going to get parried. And then he just starts to kind of crumble a bit.
You just reminded me that R.O.B is safe on parry. If you space the auto-canceled Nair or space down tilts properly, you're not getting them.
Yeah.
So Mr. Parry is going to need to figure out some different defensive options potentially. But if Anathema misspaces it, put himself right on top, you are taking a massive combo from Ken.
At the very least, though, as you said, this is a combo character going against a person that is easily comboed, so she'll be able to get quite a bit of confirms, from jump.
I've noticed that F-tilt is being used a whole lot more. Just the stanky leg, just putting it out there. It's got a decent amount of range as an anti-air that's been working pretty consistently for them.
Look, I play enough hazmat. I've been F-tilt down here, and I'm mad that works. And maybe it doesn't actually work, but he will go for it, and it does hit. It will maybe hit you with the wow factor. So got to watch out for that. But yeah, no, good start for both players right now. No one really taking a full advantage over the other yet until right there. Good little combination from Anathema to go ahead and get that 30% lead, and do not try to land next to me. Luckily, Ken, a little heavy dude weight, but not the snipe. He actually does straight line, too. He's like, I don't need to angle this. I'm just coming up there.
I have so many questions. That was 3 straight scenarios where Anathema was trying to bait focus attack. That's why he waited. He was waiting for air dodge or focus attack. Jahzz0 never did it, but the most obvious one you needed to block, you just took the laser to the face. So hopefully Jahzz0 can figure that out and not let that happen next time.
Absolutely. Jahzz0 definitely has the damage here to go ahead and find himself. I'm sure you can confirm, but has to find. Oh, no, a little too far away. And see, that's where I think that's the true difference between Ken and Ryu right there. In that situation, Ryu would have just Tatsu. Yeah. Ken don't have that. I mean, he can Tatsu and kind of try to extend it, but you're not getting a stock off. Oh no, you're stuck.
He took 60 just for being between the two. Got sent up to the platform, so no follow up into the Hadouken there, but he's racking it up big time. Man. He's pretty much evened it right up.
That's definitely the SoundCloud combo right there, bro. The DJ mix. He's like, I can't get out of this mix right now. Yo, listen to this song too. Bro, please, I'm just trying to go to Walmart.
My disc is fire, bro.
I'm just trying to go to Walmart. Oh, man. But yeah, it does manage to still keep a good amount of damage here onto an Anathema, but can he actually get the stock earlier?
It's not too far off. I mean, all he has to do is just find one good anti-air from Anathema. He can get that Shoryuken pretty soon, especially now at 95%. Anathema trying to back it up with the gyro, though, making sure every approach he takes is safe. He's going to take the heavy kick. It won't be enough to take him out, though.
Okay. Not going to be, obviously not going to be enough there, but
Mr. Parry, as he backed up, but can't get away from that dodge.
That's how you do it, man. Like, Jahzz0 definitely knows that people are trying to mash out and get away from that with that air dodge. He just runs with you. Ken being relatively faster, well, just straight up faster than Rio on the ground makes it a little easier for him to do that type of follow-up. But still, he's taking quite a bit of damage. Nice idea there from Anathema, just a little too late. Uh-oh. Should be some good damage here. Try to extend that with the up air.
That was pretty interesting that Anathema dodged down. That's some matchup knowledge or some bravery to be able to just get right back in front, expecting him to go for something else. 70% on him, though. If he gets that combo at the ledge, that dare might be enough to take it.
There it is, man. You can't run away from Ken. He did it one more time. He saw how, like, that's one of the other things you have to think about from this matchup is that, like, if you're getting down tilted a little too far away, like, yeah, you trying to roll away from that is like, you're not going to roll away from the shore you if you're too close.
No.
So you're basically just, he knows you're going to roll. So, like, at that point in time, you have to, like, recognize how far away you were getting kicked and then actually counterattack accordingly. And he just hasn't, he's been caught 2 different times running or, trying to escape, and then Ken's right with you, like, nah.
And that was after 3 different dodge-based interactions that Anathema did. Dodge down and in on the right, dodge down again afterwards. So you know he's most likely going to take another defensive option. And I like to draw the attention to the crowd that is behind Jahzz0 too. Not only did Jahzz0 pop off, but he's got that whole Georgia crowd behind him trying to build that energy up. And Anathema's going to see that right in the corner. So he's got to make sure he stays composed because that was a really good first dub. But it's not undoable. It was just Jahzz0 catching onto those defensive options at the end.
Absolutely. So can Jahzz0 now, run this game a little faster than he did with the first one? Had to make us a little bit of a comeback there. Luckily, yeah, man, sure you get scarier and scarier with the amount of rage that Ken has, and obviously being dude weight in this game means you're relatively heavy, so it takes a little time to take this man off the stage.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle. Something I've also noticed is Anathema's throws have been coming at a minimum of late. They were very high to start, and Jahzz0's been dodging them more and more. If you're avoiding R.O.B's throws, you're in a good spot. You're losing out on the up throw damage. Won't be enough to take him out yet, though, TK.
Not at all, but wait a minute. Kind of stuck at the edge right now. Jahzz0 forcing that situation again, forcing him to actually go high, but the Shoryuken and its intended usage as an anti-air is going to get that stock.
It's exactly how Capcom intended. Here we go. Dodge down. All right, he's going to get that free reset. That stage control forces the jump. Got to go focus attack, go low, and he gets right underneath it. He's mixing up his recovery. He's better now.
Okay. I like that. Definitely DI that out. Try to get as much space as possible, and almost turn that into a stock on the other side.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised he turned that around.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he got around to get to that quick enough, but the damage is starting to build up. It's not like R.O.B can't make a comeback from these situations, but the more he gets pushed towards that 90% window, we already saw it doesn't matter that much. Ken can take it out.
Finally gets that tombstone power driver, man. Everyone's going to drop to it at some point in time. So is this going to be enough to start to mount himself a little bit of a comeback?
Ooh, that was
it's
so
scary
close.
every time. Every time.
You're done. It's fresh too. But he gets away from it until into the cross-up Shoryu won't be enough to take him out just yet.
Ooh, laser. Hold that dome to the dome right there. Jahzz0.
He's trying to build up every bit of damage he can. You can't interact, and that's why he gets caught on the roll. It takes so much effort to, you have to be so technically perfect to get that instant turnaround.
Oh yeah, every time, obviously, you know what I mean?
Every time.
That guy, it must be something with his controller. Anyway, so here we are. Got a really good lead developing for Jahzz0, and then the crowd on his side again. Yeah, I mean, and Steven also from this from the southeast region, but not from GA.
You already know, GA in Florida, they're going at it every single time. And Anathema, I believe from South Florida, trying to hold it down, but currently just holding down this mix-up as this damage got built. He fell out, but he still has a huge lead.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, like, Jahzz0 has to look out for, too, is, like, if he's a little too close, he might have to reverse the Shoryuken to catch, but doesn't matter. He's like, even if I don't get that first one, I will find the second one. He's looking a little stressed up there, my brother.
I'm fairly certain. I believe this would be Jahzz0's first trip in a major to winner's side top 8. I'm pretty sure he's made it there on loser side, but this would be winner's side top 8, taking over the #1 seed position. And I gotta say, you got some experience in the past when Scat was around with that snake, and of course when Cola pulls it out potentially, he might understand that matchup going up against MVD if he walks away with this.
Yeah, man. So I like, Steven trying to go for the whole thing right there. Anathema, that's what you're talking about. He knows how to get those gyro, those gyro repeats with the gyro nairs, but was actually missed the gyro throw, so he wasn't able to get that second air going. And now he's going to have to fight this one. Okay.
That dare felt personal. Just stupid.
Oh, like of all the punishes off of parry. I hold this.
So what are you doing? Back up. Right now he's going to have to. Oh, the last hit of Tatsu getting in, sneaking that. That should have been usually a pretty free dare for R.O.B.
See, well, he needs to get this stock sooner than later because, yeah, I think we're oh.
I am so sorry. I brought up the dare and he got cooked for it.
I was ready to say, like, he's actually already at kill percentage if we get a full combo, and that's exactly what we got. Didn't even get, like, full Shoryu. Just got hit with one of the strong hits, and he was out of there. So
invited him over to dinner, and it's only Jahzz0 who is cooking. That's literally by himself. But much needed instant response, though, TK, because so far the lead has been building, and Anathema's now starting to catch these landings much better.
That's, I mean, like, really is what Anathema might have to do here is definitely kind of force these situations out of Jahzz0. Like, how you going to land, especially if you're trying. Oh, nice. Good back air right there. I was going to say, even if he decides to, you know, land, it's a little hard to land against R.O.B if he's directly under you because all the multi-hits that he had.
Yep.
Up tilt actually hits twice. Up air obviously hits multiple times. So, yeah, it's a lot that he has to look out for.
This is a very quick answer from Jahzz0 too, because that second stock was a dominant answer back from Anathema. That was much needed at that. But the zoning is not working. Gonna try to cover high, gonna go low instead. No coverage on the roll. Instead, that you were very
lucky.
That
shield.
You dropped the shield every time by the US to take that shield break.
Yeah, and then from there to intended usage. He's so good with that. I was gonna say, but if he lost his shield right there, though, that was just a push off. You don't even have to get like a punish. You just run forward and let them just plummet, perish. You know, basically.
There's somewhere in this world, Hazmat is just saying "good man" every time he sees it, and he might take this potentially 3-0, sitting up in a good lead. He has him lined up to potentially sneak out a dare, and he tried to find it with that nair.
Oh, okay, rolling in, kind of stuck right there. I think he actually got hit with the top first. It's gonna get back onto the stage. Anathema looking for quite a bit of a finisher right there had he found that top. Oh, no! He's living.
There won't be enough just yet, but it's starting to climb. Jahzz0 looking to potentially add to this 3-0 list that's been happening here in top 8. And that's going to do it right there as Jahzz0 gets the huge pop-up. He gets into winner side top 8. Georgia is feeling it, and he has qualified himself into a much better position to try and get that much closer to get one of those final spots available for the Panda Cup.
Got him with the DI mix too, not going for the Shoryu actually, so holding out only gets you sent even further to that blast zone when he goes for the hard kick, and that is going to be it. That's the Roundhouse definitely did it right there. Look at the boys in the back.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Look at that. The fatality and the homies all up there. That's a lot of passion. It is not easy. And we can't stress enough, it is not easy to get up to this position, to get into top 8, to get through the talent pool that has been this Dreamhack so far. And he finally gets it. Crowd is behind him. Incredibly well done as he guarantees that day 3 spot.
Yep, and I mean, that's big. That's super big. Not only did you get a huge W in winners, but you got a huge W against Seed 1 in a 3-0 fashion. So I know that he's feeling good. I know that he's feeling great. Hope that he keeps that level of momentum tomorrow because this is his last match for the day. But we will see that man tomorrow competing to try to get, well, honestly, probably hit that first. I know everybody's vying for first. You're right there. 2 more matches. You were in grand finals. So.